Hey y'all. So Sunday, me and the youth pastor church were talking about school and just the grind that goes with that. He's in seminary for his doctorate degree, I think. Or or maybe he said doctorate, but one or the other. And I'm a senior at Johns University. But we were just talking about the grind, the goal, and the work and everything. And there's some work that I just cannot have the hardest time willing myself to do. I always get it done, but I have the hardest time starting on it. And I just told him, well, it is a grind, yeah, but a mindset that I try to have. I don't always have, unfortunately, but I try to have, is the work and any work really for a Christian. You're not doing what you do for people, you're doing what you do for God. I mean, of course, there's people involved. There's maybe a paycheck if you got a job, maybe some grades if you're in school like me. But ultimately, you're not doing what you do for people. Whatever you do for a Christian, you're doing it for God, and because He's allowed you to do good, and He's allowed you to do your best. Now, I want you to hear what I'm not saying. What I'm not saying is if you have that mindset, oh, I'm going to do this for God, I'm doing it for God, then you're just automatically going to do the work straight away. You're not. I mean, I'm ashamed to say that I've had that mindset before, but I've procrastinated a bit on stuff as anyone would do. I've procrastinated a bit on stuff. I always get it done, but I just find it so hard to get going. But what that mindset does do is remind you to your best because you're doing it for God. It's so easy when you have work to just do it halfway, to just do whatever it takes to get it done, to just not really care, not really put any effort into it, just halfway do it. But what that mindset reminds you of, you're doing it for God, is you're representing God in that moment. And since you're representing God, for a Christian anyway, you want to do your best. You want to make Him proud. And guys, if you do have that mindset, it'll just take some of the stress off you. I can't tell you how many times I've I've run into assignments and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna do a bad job, and I'm gonna not be able to go to school anymore. My parents are gonna be disappointed in me. My parents are gonna be disappointed in me. There's just no way I can do it. But then I remember I'm doing it for God, not for my parents, not for the teachers, not for anybody, not even for myself. I'm doing what I'm doing in any capacity for God. And that just takes some of the pressure and the stress off me, because at the same time, I know all God expects of me is to do my best and have a willing spirit to serve Him, and He'll take care of the rest. It's my job to do my best and yet Him take care of the rest, as is the job for any Christian. Just to do your best and represent God in anything that you do. Now, hear what I'm not saying again. I'm not saying anything that you do, just say you're doing it for the glory of God and it'll be okay. Because there's plenty of bad things out there that, and I'm sure you can think of them in your head, so I'm not gonna get them all because there may be underage people listening that don't need to hear that kind of stuff. But ultimately, for follower of God, you know what's right and what's wrong. And you know what God expects of you and what God doesn't expect of you. You know what your bet is and what your bet isn't. And God wants you to honor Him. God wants you to glorify Him because He has given you the tools to do so, to do what is right and to do what is good. So just honor God in anything and everything that you do. Remember that you're representing God in everything that you do. Guys, I love you. God bless you. It's been a joy talking about this with you. I really hope you've gained something out of it. Guys, I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you next week.